Hello, everybody, and welcome to our podcast show. And today we have our special guest, Tony from Raijintek. He was here last year for Computex 2023, and now it's 2024. So, What's changed and how have you been?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
Tell you what, last year he was super stressed with loads of stuff happening. It was his first year Computex was open after COVID, and of course, it was been busy and everything, and super stressed, Tony. But now he's a more relaxed person. He's a changed person, right? So is it because of all the stuff happening, like, is it tech that's caused it, or it's just personal? Personal, right? But either case, mix, bit of mix. But what do you think this year's Computex is all about? Is it anything that caught your eye? Has it been AI? Or what things have changed from last year and this year?
Definitely more people here.
Oh,
that's
more
the
people?
first point. Yeah.
Okay, good.
But
The new cases, I heard that people manufacturers doing the reverse motherboards, right? Have you heard of
yes.
that? Is Raijintek doing something?
Yeah, we prepared also something, but we didn't finish the mock-up so far. So
Right.
yeah, we suspended it in general, but we will come up with something pretty soon.
Do you think there's a trend, or?
Design-wise, I have to admit, it looks much better.
Okay.
Because
okay.
you're off the cables in the front totally, I mean, it gives you a really nice view of the main board. It gives you a nice view of the VGA and everything else. So it looks much better.
Yeah. It
looks cleaner.
Is it expensive to like change the whole production kind of just?
It's only the main board tray.
Okay.
It's only the tray.
Okay.
In general.
That should be simple then, right?
Stamping.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just punching those holes in there to make the space for that. Okay, cool. And any changes for the power supplies? Do they need new power supplies for that, or just regular power supplies should be fine?
I mean, it's the same standard as last year. We are currently waiting for the 5090 by NVIDIA to see which way to go for.
Oh,
that's the point.
Is that extra power hungry, more power?
As far as I know from the roadmap, in standard is around 450 watts.
Yeah,
and
this is nuts.
Overclocked, it goes up to 650.
Over the last 5 years, we've seen power supplies sizes from like 850, 1000, and 1200. Now on the floor on Computex, I see like 1600, 2000 watts. That's just crazy.
2.5 kilowatts.
2500. And they're saying that they need it for the AI PCs, where you have all the.
They're stacking up. A lot of VGAs.
Is that Raijintek has that kind of SKUs for that, for the high-end power supplies?
We are not so into AI, to be honest. So our mother company, they are. So we're preparing some items for them. But in general, they want to do some workstation service for home use. And but I think using one, that's my personal point of view, instead of using one power supply, rather go redundant and use two pieces.
Oh, two?
Which is
I saw something like that. The Corsair, they had like a case.
But we used that already 20 years ago at Cooler Master.
Oh, that's true.
We had the stacker. We provided two
power supplies.
Two cutouts for the power supplies, and internally some connector where you can just plug them together so they start together. Yes, that's nothing new, to be honest.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very server-like. Redundant power supply.
Yes.
Redundant. Yeah. They have that on the servers. Yeah, it's true. It's true. What about Mini-ITX and that kind of form factor? Because I've seen an increase in Mini-ITX cases and power supplies, the SFX and things like that, right?
Strange-wise, yes, but the point here is mostly the Mini-ITX boards are missing. The good ones, not the cheap ones, the good ones.
The good ones.
Yes.
But I thought they were cheaper, but they're not. They're quite expensive.
They're very expensive.
Mini-ITX, the better ones,
Yeah. The cheap ones like the B650, 670 chipset, they're pretty cheap. Yeah, but the good ones are 400 to 500 euros.
They are expensive.
Yeah.
Okay. And I've seen, the reason why I asked, because a lot of the modders, the people into the case modding and everything, PC case modding, they like those boards because it fits in any kind of orientation, however you want to build your PC, right? And of course, power supply sizes have gone from the full-size ATX to the small form factor. It's literally like, 2 cans of Coke size,
Yeah, more or less. We also started that with 715, 850 watts in gold.
Yeah.
By the end of the year, we will bring the 950 and the 1100 as well.
Yeah.
In the in the SFX form factor. They are pretty nice, but also very expensive currently on the market. We try to change that.
Yeah, those anything above 850 is super expensive because everything's compact. It's such a small thing.
Even the 850 gold is expensive.
$200,
It's not,
right? €200.
roughly, yes.
Expensive mini PC.
Yes.
Okay, so Computex aside, what else have you been up to? Are you planning? I heard, are you planning to move somewhere where it's nicer to live?
Interesting.
Is it because of the weather?
Yeah.
The weather, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the weather. The weather sucks in certain places in
Yes.
Europe, but
Unfortunately, yeah.
yeah, it's a change of scenery. Change of scenery. So
Also, yeah, sometimes, changes are good.
changes are good,
Yeah.
and with changes, that comes with being prepared what's going to happen in the future. And when we talk about stuff like that, the future, like Computex is the theme of this year is AI. Is AI the future?
I cannot tell you, to be honest.
There's one thing I want to ask about AI, right? So I think is it Shannon from one of the podcasts meant to be the auto overclocking and stuff like that, right? Like for the cooling and the fans and things like that. Do you think people or manufacturers will include that where you want the AI to control the cooling in the case and things like that, or increase the power of the power supply? Do you think that'll happen?
I think on certain points AI makes sense, but I think why do you overclock? Why do you overclock?
I guess get some more performance.
I think there's the fun factor as well. Why should you use the AI to make that for you? Where's your hobby then?
Oh yeah.
Where's your hobby then?
It becomes lazy, right?
Yes.
People used to like tweak the BIOS settings and do the extra cooling. You buy extra fans or whatever. Now if it's done by AI, it's just push one button and let the AI do it.
Yeah.
My only motivation, this is during the Thomas Popsch days when he was with the real Tom's Hardware. He taught me how to overclock, right? Because when I was at the computer store way back when the Pentium MMX series were out, I couldn't afford the 233, but I could afford the 166. So Mr. Popsch taught me these dip switches that I could change around, and I got the high-end CPU because I like getting value. And sometimes I like to steal that value where we're available, right? So if AI can give me a one-button push, I think a lot of the mass market consumers want the one magical button. I think that the products that you make allow them the latitude for cooling and power to give it to them, provided that the motherboard manufacturers do their job and do it right. How do you feel about that?
Honestly, I cannot tell you, because I think that hobbies are there to keep you entertained, to keep you learn something. In the end, you're doing something.
It's a hobby, right?
It's a hobby. A hobby. So what else? What kind of hobby do you want to look for there? Do you want to use AI to replace everything?
I want AI to make the system, because every no matter what, there's variances in hardware. No matter where you go, if the AI can optimize and make my unique system maximize everything that unique hardware configuration, my system doesn't perform as the same as your system. Mine might perform better because I chose a better cooler, better power, and the AI just figured out everything just kind of works together. Now my hobbies start to come out because now I can do better creating in Photoshop or Lightroom or whatever.
You think so?
Yeah, I can take my hobbies to the next level.
You think so?
I hope so. I hope that AI can provide that, because I think that in a lot of ways, AI is one of those things that allows a democratization of skill. The most skilled people will still do it manual, of course, but to kind of, how should I say, when you introduce something to someone that they never knew was possible before, they'll either say, that's cool, or I wonder how it works.
Or
When they get
I'm
curious.
too lazy to learn it.
Yeah, and then not want to learn
Yeah,
it.
that-
So this is the door that opens. So it like I'm saying that this is the door. This is the, how should I say in better terms, gateway drug. Right? It's like bacon. Bacon is the first thing that entices vegans to change the meat. Right?
Have you ever met a vegan?
I don't know. I have just a different point of view.
Yeah. Well, that's the beautiful thing about it is that we can share different points of views. This is how I would get into it, because if I saw something that was really cool and I got curious, I wonder what's under the hood. That's how it starts.
But still, I mean, in the end, a human being is not designed by God or by some higher power just to use some AI to do the job, to be honest. I mean, next year, are you planning to tell me or to ask me how about automated driving? Would you trust it?
Oh yeah, Elon is
Not right now.
Hell no.
Not right now.
Not in 50 years.
Yeah.
Not in 50 years of time. Would you drive an EV? Maybe the AI will take it over and then,
There's
Yeah.
stuff like
Yeah.
that. I don't trust it too much, to be honest.
I mean, for example, race drivers, they have response times so fast that I don't think computers can really compete. Like, because the decision that you have to make while you're traveling like 200 miles an hour, you know what I'm saying?
Where are you driving 200?
I'm not just
miles
saying
per
if
hour?
if you're a race driver,
You are not a safe driver.
I'm not a race driver, no. But if you want AI to like that skill of race driver, you have to learn, right? There are certain exams and driving tests that you need to pass to get to that level.
The question here is-
can AI learn that kind of stuff?
The question here is, from my point of view at least, would you trust the AI 100% to take it over
No, I can't.
without being feared of any issue, any programming loop or whatsoever?
No, I don't. I don't trust. Sorry, not yet. But even so, I wouldn't trust it 100%. No. No.
See?
No. And for example, like artists and sculptors and stuff like that. I mean, that's an art, right? You have to learn. You have to experience and years of experience to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Can AI do it?
Nope.
I don't think they can.
It can reproduce.
I think they can copy, reproduce, and
Yes.
make it look better. But from the basics,
Nope.
Do you know what an AI fever dream is?
what is that?
An AI literally has a dream. It creates something that it doesn't know what it is, but it poops it out. A human would not create that. So is that art?
I don't know.
It cannot be reproduced by a human. It can only be produced by a computer. Does a computer, and then this goes back down to does a computer have a soul? If it's soulless, can it create art? This is very philosophical, right? Maybe it is living, maybe it's not. We still haven't defined life in a lot of cases.
Yeah. the theme of this show is AI, and then Nvidia, which Jensen and stuff like that, they double down on the Omniverse, right? So it's the virtual world where AI can live. AI can live in this Omniverse, and they can
Welcome to
practice.
the Matrix.
Oh, the Matrix. Yeah. I saw one guy who was in the middle of the street, and there's I want to say oldest gentleman, he's probably in his 60s, and he was standing under the road. It was a pathway, and there was a bit of a lawn, grass, and everything. He just stood there. He didn't move. He was looking at something, but I don't know what he was looking, because as I walked past it, he was just looking at something. There was no like birds or rabbit, whatever. He was just staring at the grass. So maybe that's a glitch in the Matrix.
Could be.
I do that sometimes. I literally just zone out and I'm like, what am I thinking about? I just literally stare at the ceiling for a little bit, like, oh, shoot, sorry guys. I'm back. I do that.
It's the Matrix.
Some things are made and designed only for human beings, honestly speaking. I'm not against the digital world.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be awkward. Since 25 years, I'm doing this kind of job. You know.
Yeah.
But some things. Now imagine that podcast here. We're talking us three friends. You know. Imagine being replaced by an AI.
How?
That wouldn't be fun.
That wouldn't be fun. Yes.
Because you can have an AI version of me. You understand? Yeah. They might have an AI version of me, and you'll be talking to that AI version of me. I don't really exist. That's why film actors saying that, like certain stars, and then they kind of reproduce or copy that image and the voice and stuff like that, and come up with certain, roles in the movies, which is a bit strange, I thought.
I mean, go check Insta, go check TikTok. There are some AI videos made.
Yeah.
It looks still very artificial. It's not, what we are talking here is just off the, it's just pure thinking, life.
Well, this is what I was talking about, Winston. You know how you build trust with a salesperson?
Yeah.
You have to have that relationship.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
If that guy is BSing you across the table, you get very upset at them, even though you don't want to let him know that I think you're full of crap. But hey, okay.
Yeah.
The AI, if people utilize it in such a way to actually fool the other person thinking that it's a real person, that type of feeling never goes away. You can never trust that person again, right? So companies are trying to use AI to replace real people. I think that's wrong because inherently humans feel something is wrong across the table.
Gut feeling,
A gut feeling.
And,
they can't explain it, but they hate you now.
But AI can't have a gut feeling, can they? It's not. Can you program that in? It's like Star Trek with emotions. How can you program emotions into an AI, right?
Yeah, even Mr. Data is always a companion to humanity.
A companion.
He's a companion.
Would you have a robot in your house?
No.
The danger is it?
No, I don't see them as a danger. It's just I don't. If I want to meet friends, I want to meet real life human beings.
Okay.
I don't want to talk. If I talk to a robot, it's like talking to myself. I can talk to the wall. It's the same outcome.
You can talk to me, Steve. Tony, you can talk to me.
You're confused.
It's okay.
Yeah.
My robot vacuums the ground. It does a really fantastic job, and it poops into his bag. I'm happy. The end.
Okay. I rather prefer real life human beings, so we can, mess around.
Human made or robot made? Because my maid does a great job. No talking back either.
There you go. You go talking back.
My robot doesn't talk back to me.
It's not demanding. Tony, it's not demanding.
It just vacuums the dog hair off the ground and it goes to dumps it. Done. It's finished.
The funny
You
thing
don't have to
is,
see it.
we talk about this right now, and then 10, 15, 20 years later, it'll be like a completely different world.
We don't know what we don't know.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. I will be most probably dead by then. Doesn't matter.
But then someone might make you an AI, turn you into an AI.
It's not the same. It's a copy. It's not
Oh, it's
original.
copy. Yeah, that's true.
It's not
an
original.
It's an avatar of who you were, not what you are. Are.
There comes the point, an avatar.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And that's the point. Do you want to fool yourself with an avatar? Or do you want to have somebody next to you you can touch, you can hit even?
Yeah. I have no muscles.
Give real emotions. So we can read the real emotions.
Yeah.
You
can't. That was the thing. Like the uncomfortable valley, I'm gonna call it, where something's not right on the other side of the screen, on the other side of the room. I can't figure it out, but I don't trust this thing, and it's kind of creeping me out. A lot of people are having that experience with AI right now, particularly in cases where they are being fooled or led to be fooled. You can't explain it. It's in the heart. It's in something's off. It's a defense mechanism, right? But if AI is always introduced as your sidekick or whatever, that's fine. That's their job, right? They're here to assist you, not to replace you. I'm okay with that. It's in those cases where it's trying to be passed off as humanity, it doesn't work for anyone,
Right,
because we will always reject it.
Yeah. I mean, some good use cases, medical. I think medical research and medical, that's good.
That could be really helpful.
That's
yes.
really helpful. And the other danger is military, right? Because they're going to be using that.
That was already covered in Doctor Who. It was funny. This military company was contracted by the military to keep the troops and all the equipment stocked up. So what happened is that the AI decided to create its own wars. So the military kept buying and acceptable losses, so they wouldn't triage certain people and let them die. So there was always acceptable losses. It was crazy.
Oh, that's mad.
So never military. They can't make those decisions. There's no heart. There's no humanity.
Yeah, it's too dangerous for that side.
But you cannot limit it.
Yeah.
How are you going to limit it?
Yeah.
How you intend to limit it? Being like, okay, automotive driving, okay, fine, but no military.
We need to start now.
Forget about that. It will not be possible.
Have we opened a can of worms? We have, haven't we? Right? It's going to come out and...
The training wheels protocol. That's boring for Iron Man. We need a training wheels protocol. We need guardrails.
Guardrails.
Right?
In the end, trust me, you cannot limit it there. Impossible. If they use it for, real life circumstances, they will also use it for the military.
Yeah.
There is no escape.
They already are, probably.
I think they're.
And what's that thing called in Terminator? The
Skynet.
Skynet. Welcome to Skynet.
Skynet.
Welcome.
Welcome to Skynet.
But we're only here for a number of years, so we gotta enjoy what we do, and
I rather enjoy my friend's podcast here than talking to the AI.
Well, this is it. You come here for an hour. I say an hour.
You come here for therapy.
Yeah, therapy. you want to let it all out, relax, have a chat.
Who's gonna charge me then?
Nobody.
No.
Free therapy.
Yeah, you want us to charge you? We can do that. We need therapy.
Dr. Phil.
But so AI is this kind of Computex is all about AI, and I still think it's early stages, and half the stuff is not really there yet, to be honest with you. But they're pushing it. I mean, I went to the one of those AI exhibits, and all they had was Tamagotchi.
Tamagotchi. Yeah.
Those things. Yeah. But now it's in digital. It's in the computer, and it spits out this little thing, and you gotta grow it.
Well, that's entertainment, right?
Yeah, and then the art stuff. It just randomly does art stuff.
That's more Asian lifestyle. Back in Europe, we'd rather go to a cafe, sit down with our friends, and have a chat.
Have a nice coffee.
Yes, that's a different story.
I still miss that. We go out to Paris and you sit down, you have a coffee, and it's tables outside, and just. You watched it.
And I know that the vacuum at home is already taking care of the floors. It's all good. I have extra time.
But Tony does everything. He does the vacuum by himself and cleaning and everything. So he doesn't need a robot.
Nope. And I would never put one in the house. Hell.
Imagine it goes haywire. You come back home. Oh fuck! It's a mess.
That's actually not the point. You need to balance your life. If you sit a lot, working a lot, then you need some movement. So I'm using the vacuum cleaner.
True.
Yeah. And I can't afford not to have it there because I would never be able to manage my household. I'm all over the place.
He's got kids and
I have
stuff.
Yeah, I have.
Teach the kids.
Places to be. I've tried to teach them, but they're better at other things.
Well, they pretend they're better at other things.
No, I treat them well. It's just there's too much for them to handle sometimes because we are too.
Yeah.
Let's just say we're too messy. Let's leave it at that.
It happens in life.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. But assistance, like you said, that'll help.
Yeah. Like I always think that if AI can be our companion and help us save time, because time is the only thing that we don't have a lot of.
Yeah, time is precious.
Right?
I guess.
Then I can spend more time in the cafe. I can ponder life's whatever. I can do art. I can do other things.
My friend, you're the master of excuses, If you want to use it, use it.
Yeah.
No need to explain yourself. Just use it.
I will.
Good.
Excellent.
How about you?
I'm not there yet. I'm not ready yet, to be honest with you. I still do manual stuff, I love cooking. I still do the cooking,
Exactly.
None of this auto can opener stuff. I still use the handle, still, I don't No, I just use a knife to chop everything. I don't use those auto chopping blender stuff. No, I just
See?
because you get to feel all the the food.
The food, yeah.
The
You need to
onions.
touch it.
You touch it, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's called proprioception, and humans require it.
I need it.
Right.
Yeah.
Humans require that.
Especially when you're old school.
We're old school.
I mean, do you know that German company Vollwerk?
What do they do?
They have this special tool. It's like a pot.
Okay.
It's somehow kind of AI already. Because you go through the menu, you'll be like, okay, I want some carrot soup. It will tell you, open the lid,
Put the carrots in.
put the carrots in,
And then
give
what?
it 5 minutes. It will blend it. Then it will tell you, okay, now open the lid again,
Wait.
put like half
I think I've seen.
I've heard of this.
Yeah.
It is somehow kind of AI. But where's the fun behind the learning of how to cook a dish?
Yeah.
There is nothing.
Oh, so you put the stuff in, it blends it, chops it up, and then
Yeah.
it cooks it into the dish that you want.
Yeah, but in different steps. It will tell you now the carrots, it will blend it, and now it's going to heat it up. Then they will tell you, for example, add the pepper, add this, add this. It will blend it again. It will take, it's kind of, but in the end, what is it all about? If I cook for my friends, for example, I want to touch the food.
Oh, yeah.
I want to give it my special flavor.
Yeah.
Not like the AI, where it is always the same beep beep beep.
It's like set
It is a set
recipe.
recipe.
Yeah.
You can't just add more salt.
Yes.
It doesn't like
That's
that.
it. Yeah.
Right? I know what this is. I can't remember what it's called.
It's Vollwerk.
A couple brands actually do the same thing because you're talking about one, and I remember
That's the patent.
Yeah.
That's owned by the Germans. It's
Yeah.
Vollwerk. Just give me a second.
Yeah, like
interesting.
They launched something similar in Vancouver.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago. It came to Canada, and how they positioned it was that it was a chef's helper.
Chef's helper. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Thermomix.
Yes,
That's
yes,
the name.
that's right.
That's the
Yeah,
name.
Same company.
Okay.
Yeah.
Literally just put the stuff in and
Yeah.
It tells you here with the display. It tells you now put this in that weight. Then add this one. Then add this one.
Oh, it's got a LCD display.
Yes, everything.
You can make Scotch eggs with it. Actually.
I think it offers
eggs?
more
Yeah.
than I think it offers more than 2,000 recipes.
Yeah.
And it's connecting to the internet. You can download even more.
Like for example, we're Chinese, right? We
Yeah.
have roast pork belly.
Yeah.
You're saying that thing can do it?
I don't know.
But it can't because how we cook is by feel. No one writes down the
Exactly.
recipes.
Yeah.
It's against the law. Our history cannot be recorded.
This was done in the Thermomix. Pork belly.
Yeah.
Pork is it? Wow, guys.
Yeah. It can do Scotch eggs. I've actually had a meal prepared by a chef just to prove a point. The chef, obviously, he's paid to do that. But you know the chef is like, this is sucking my soul up. Right?
But I mean, in the end, why you're inviting your friends for some food if you don't prepare it on your own?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that takes the whole special thing about inviting.
Exactly.
Yeah, like this tool I would use if it was a busy night and it's just for my family or myself. If I want someone to come over to have an experience, I would actually go manual. Right?
Yeah.
That's the right way to do it, right? Because sometimes your life, you need to prioritize the time. You need to prioritize the task. The checklist must be completed today. What can you do?
But why do you put yourself so much under pressure?
Because I have too many people in my house.
So what? How many kids do you have?
3.
It's got 3.
It's nothing, man. It's nothing.
One's a Olympic weightlifter. One's a gymnast working 20 hours a week out of the gym, and the other one is in karate.
So what?
So
So what?
how?
His time is precious.
like I drive for them. I should do Uber. I drive like almost 2.5 hours a day just for them.
So
The rest of my day, what am I gonna do?
honestly speaking, if you would be talking to my mother, she would be like, "Son, what is this? 3 kids is nothing. I had this one in the first 4 years of my marriage."
Yeah, he's what one of sibling. How many? You have one of how many? 2,
8.
8.
Yeah.
He's got 8 siblings.
Yeah, my family before we had 9. The problem was the opportunity for them was that they didn't have these activities, these distractions. My wife is not Asian, so she believes that, oh, they need to go to all these things and they need to be spread all across town. And
No, man, no. That's a modern times thing. No, don't give me that. No.
I
That's
try to say no, but
that's a modern times thing. No. Listen, we were 8 kids, you know.
Yeah. Tell us the story. Yeah.
Yeah, I was always taking my brother with me for soccer, for basketball, for this and that, you know. We are two boys and six girls.
Yeah.
You know, and the girls took care of themselves, you know. So we also attended activities and everything, just in a different way.
Yeah.
You are more like the slave to your kids, driving them 2.5 hours around. What the heck?
yeah.
I think get a bus ticket, get a train ticket, go on your own.
I think they live in a different era where
I think we have some. I think I would like to live in this era, but someone else has decided otherwise.
this era that they're talking about is when we were growing up.
Yeah.
And that's perfect because we get to learn how to catch a bus, right? The different routes. We kind of learn how to save money and things like that, and we do activities just. Doing it right without.
We actually grew up pretty early.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Yes.
You get to do things where if you fall, okay, fine, get back up and whatever, and you explore and stuff like that.
Here's the data point, though. How far away were your activities?
Depends on. Some of them were like 30 kilometers away. Some of them, for example, if we had the soccer game, sometimes it was like 100 miles away.
Okay.
You know, it depends on.
But where you practiced your activities were actually nearby.
10 kilometers, 15.
Depends on. See, that's acceptable. I have to drive. You know where Langley is, right?
Yeah.
That's where my activities are. The urban sprawl screws everything up today.
Yeah,
They move somewhere else.
That was suggested to me. Why don't we just not do the activities and just keep them at home? Or closer to home.
Yeah, but it's just crazy because we live in a different world now. It's all about youngsters on their iPads and TikTok and stuff like that. We didn't have that kind of stuff when we were growing up. And
we had other things though.
We had BMXs,
Admit it, we had other
skateboards. We had that kind of activities.
Outdoor activities.
Yes. and it is true. But people say, well,
social life in real life.
It is because when we didn't have phones or tech anything like that, so we had to meet somewhere, and we knew. Without even thinking about it, that they'll be there, and we just go there.
We hope they are, yeah.
Usually they're there, and that's all part of the fun where you don't have to rely on technology. We just do it, And this day and age is quite different. You have to limit them on the pad, the screen time, because it is damaging. Because I see my stepson; he's always on there, and he loves drawing. But then that drawing time has shrunk and more screen time. Yeah. So now he's lost the skill, or he hasn't improved on his skill in drawing, which is...
I call that generation lost generation. It's lost.
Yeah.
Imagine there will be no power tomorrow. The power grid is off. Imagine, just a hint, okay? What will those people all do? They will go insane.
You know what? I came to Taiwan, right? We had the routers locked on at a certain time where he gets off the internet. He kept on texting me saying, I want internet. Hey, I can't give you internet. I'm in Taiwan. So, yeah.
Just think about that. They are lost. They don't know what to do. Because they never learned how to cook. They would be like, I'm hungry, but I don't know what to eat. I don't know how to cook it. For example.
It's true.
Yeah, that's the truth. It's nothing but being realistic.
Well, they can open a bag of chips and that's it.
Wow, really super.
And then
what kind of food?
And then drink a can of Coke.
Yeah, wow. But very nutritious.
Yeah. It's a different generation.
It's completely different. And that's why I'm saying, for myself, AI is fine on certain points, but I would never ever accept that thing to rule my life.
What will happen if Elon's got this Tesla, what's it called, or Robotaxis, where it auto drives taxi?
He doesn't have anything.
All right, okay. Just saying, what happens if all you see is those taxis that auto drives? Would you get on them?
Nope.
How would you get to the airport then? For example,
I'll ask my brother to drive me.
Oh, true.
I ask my friend to drive me.
Yeah,
I'll take the train.
Yeah. Okay.
You know.
Yeah. Do you think robotaxis will be a thing? Really? I'm just saying. Asking.
I haven't seen it work right. There's been more kind of, should I say, comical,
Accidents?
not even accidents, just comical interactions with humans than anything else. And unfortunately, the fatalities have been low based on the number of rides, but even still, you think that they're 100% safe. They're actually not. They dragged the guy.
Oh.
That one time, was it Waymo or whatever, but they dragged the guy and they lost their license until it was reviewed by the NHTSA.
Maybe I'm just a strange guy. Maybe I should look out for another planet. Could be.
We should step back in time. Or if you had a time machine, you travel.
There's always Mars with Elon.
We were talking to your friend Aaron. Remember Aaron?
Yeah.
And he says the best era that he ever lived in was the 80s and 90s.
That's true.
And I agree. We had a long conversation about that.
Based on the music, based on the lifestyle, based on the social life, everything was just better.
It was.
More loyal people, everything.
Trying to think back to the 90s. You try to explain what the 90s are to the kids these days.
They will not understand.
They won't understand.
Don't even try.
Your mom didn't care that you were out at 10 o'clock at night and didn't call?
No, because we didn't have phones. Right? We didn't have
We had
phones.
that pagers, yes.
If you were
At the end of the 90s, we had that Skull pagers by T-Mobile.
Yeah.
But it was freaking expensive to. It was like $3 for one time paging.
I remember we didn't even have to lock the door in the front house.
Yeah.
Neighbors next door, and they were.
I left my car in front of the house completely open windows. The key was inside. Nobody touched it.
Yeah.
Go try that now.
It'll be in what's that place called? Kenya, like tomorrow, on the container.
That's the truth. It was just more relaxed, more educated people, really educated people. You know?
No, because they had to really learn
something.
Because they have to the world is a different place, whatever, and they're growing up. There was no materials like YouTube. You can't watch.
Yeah.
Oh, click here, click that, job done. Oh, I'll do it. Click, because it's YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Because they haven't got that medium anymore. Back in the 90s, you have to know someone who knows how to do it, and then become friends with him, and then he might, hey, I want to try this. Oh, okay, I'll teach you. But you don't have that anymore, right? True. Oh, I need help. Oh, just go to YouTube.
That's true.
Just
it's very convenient.
Just go to YouTube. It's convenient, but it gives you lose that interaction with that person if you know, right? So if I'm expert in cooking, right?
Yeah.
My brother, for example, he does the best roast pork belly, right? And you tried learning that from YouTube. It doesn't work. My brother has to teach me, and
It's always better to have a teacher. I used to watch all these kung fu movies, and it is literally speaking, you always had the teacher who taught the kid, and in the end, he's becoming the master.
Yeah. It's the art.
Yes, it is, and it's a kind of art, indeed.
Yeah,
it's a kind of art.
Passed down generation to generation.
Exactly. You have to give your legacy. What legacy will you have with AI in 20 years?
That is true.
Zero.
That is true.
Zero. Who will? I was just about to curse. Who will remember your name in 20 years? Nobody. Just the internet.
The internet remembers. Pepperidge Farm remembers.
And if there is no legacy, what's the next point in human being?
You've got a point there. A very strong point, in fact. I've seen loads of people, hey, AI is great, and now you've actually have a twist in that argument and say...
The point is, you got raised in your parents' house. Whatever you do, it's always a mix between your mom and your dad, how they raise you.
Yeah.
That defines you after a couple of years,
That is who
Same
you are.
for you.
Yeah. That's right.
Imagine they go to work and you're being raised by AI.
Because your parents are not there, they're busy, whatever, and they got this AI person to...
What's the point then? What legacy will you give to your kids?
It's true. I don't want to be these families would have maids and the parents are always away in business, whatever, and the maids are looking after their kids. You see those kids grow up with influence from the maids.
Oh yeah, and the butler, like Batman.
So similar thing, right? If the parents are away and they rely on AI to look after the kids, whatever, then they would have a part of themselves, which is not in there, and not particularly human.
Yeah.
In that person, which is
humanity will lose the most important thing
identity.
in their life. Yes.
Identity is really important.
Yeah.
I found out that a few years ago, where your identity, and we're talking about whether it's legal identity and stuff like that, and versus whatever, and it's how identity theft is so crazy. Now they don't steal money; they steal your identity
Because it's worth more.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Imagine how long we've known each other? 25 years?
Yeah.
Imagine you and me would be some AI program. What would we talk about that today now? What would be the topic about that?
I don't know.
Like that, we have several different stories that we can bring up and start laughing.
Yeah, experiences when you're youngsters, right?
Exactly.
And like, you fell and you hit your knee and it's cracked. And
You remember CB 2003? Oh, you remember this? You remember that?
Yeah. You can't talk about that.
What's AI gonna give it?
And that, the joke or the experience and something happened that was so funny, you bring it up, you talk about it.
You already lost your identity by then.
Yeah.
It's done. It's gone and never, ever
That's true.
bringable back to you, because you are not. What's the definition of a human being?
Yeah, you're right.
The characteristics. Sorry.
Yeah.
And the way you feel things, the way you do things, the way you
Who you are.
behave.
Those behaviors.
Yes, exactly. And when AI is raising you, like a robot AI, what do you learn? You only learn logic parts.
It is because computers is binary. It's ones and zeros, yes or no.
Yes. True. And then, by then, I think humanity is lost. There is no more real human beings.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's like, go check out all the car suppliers, call them BYD, Mercedes, Audi, BMW, whatever you want to call them. They are all just cars.
Yeah.
If not a human being is in there driving it, they don't even move.
Unless AI has taken the wheel.
Pardon me?
Unless AI has taken the wheel.
And then?
Yeah. Then
But
it's
the AI
Robotaxi.
will never tell you, hey, I need to go see my friend Winston. It will stand there unless you give it a command.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Wouldn't that be creepy?
Yeah, it would be creepy.
But imagine you're in the house and suddenly my car rolls over. Did I? No, but the AI just wanted to come and see you.
But that's the point. This will never happen because the AI actually never cares about you.
So if the best era was the 80s and the 90s, why did we accept Knight Rider? Why did we accept Kit? Why did we accept the struggle between car, which is its evil counterpart, and the good Kit? Why? Why did we accept that?
That was kind of like a future thing.
I think it was
nice to see what's coming in the future. Yes, but
well, that's AI for you. That's Tony's, input in the AI. I think he's got a point there. So I think that is the end of our podcast, and I hope you can decide what AI will do for you. And don't forget to watch our podcast each and every Wednesday on a noon.
Every noon on Pacific time. Also, don't forget to check out Tony's products.
Yes.
We're available.
And the website?
www.raijintech.com.
Yes.
You got it.
All right. Until
Thank
next
you.
time. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.